great. How great is this moment?
Oh, it's obviously a moment that'd be a lot better if the weight went my way. But to fight in front of my hometown, a lot of people in this game, they say it's a dream to do this, it's a dream to that. In high school, when I was preparing for MMA, I always told myself, no matter what stage it was on, it would always be the coolest thing in the world to fight on a big stage in front of my hometown. So there's no explaining how this moment feels.
How'd you regroup after yesterday to perform tonight?
It's hard. It's kind of like hard because I've obviously had weight issues in the past, and it's something that's always plagued me and followed me around. But I knew that I had this little boy depending on me to win this fight. No matter what happens tomorrow, the most important thing was winning this fight tonight. So honestly, it was him and my family and my wife that pretty much made me regroup.
You still think 125 is where you need to be, or you need to go up?
I need to talk it over with my manager and with the UFC, but me personally, I feel like 25 is good for me. I don't feel like it had anything to do with discipline. I've learned to man up to my mistakes, and I've learned to accept accountability. And if there's one thing I can say is that it wasn't discipline, it wasn't not being in the right way. It was just the system not working for me. Everything was going perfect all week. When I spoke to you guys at the media scrum before, felt great. Weight wasn't even high. And then as soon as we started the cut, we, as you guys saw, we took the extra hour. We even asked for more time, and the weight just wasn't cooperating. And I truly feel like it's just finding the right system. I've worked with so many, weight cut gurus, weight cut dietitians, and I've tried to always just kind of pick things that I've liked from each of them and try to squeeze it all in one weight cut. And it just unfortunately doesn't work that way. And I just think finding the right weight cutting system would be the best for my career. But that's something for another day. I'm just happy to get this win.
Ray, what do you say to those guys? Like, what do you say to Dana or the matchmakers in trying to convince them to let you stay down at 25? Because, I mean, not to be critical, but this has happened enough times that do you fear that they're going to say, dude, we're sorry, you got to move up?
It's more than that. This is a situation that I fear they're going to say, hey, sorry, find another organization. It took a lot of convincing to let them get me down here in the first place. And like I said, it sucks because, man, as you guys seen by the pace that I pushed out there in elevation, I was in fantastic shape. Everything went fantastic this camp. And, it's just very unfortunate that the cut didn't go my way. So honestly, I don't know what to say to them. I can only say sorry so many times. And it can only happen so many times before they're kind of like, you know what, we're done letting you try. So it's not up to me anymore. I'm just happy to be here and to get this win, and that's ultimately something for them to decide.
If they gave you an ultimatum and said, you're staying because we like you, we like how you fight, but you're doing it at 135 and we'll never let you go back down to 25,
then is
that what you'll do?
That's the course that I'll have to take. I don't have a problem fighting at 35. I can compete with dudes that size. It's something that's not been done before. Henry Cejudo's doing it. It's not something that's out of the picture. It's just, I feel comfortable at 25, and if I have to move up to 35, I'm just going to have to find a way for my body to be comfortable at 35 and not just 25.
You're a strong guy, but Bontar's a strong guy as well. Is just leverage? Is that kind of the key to the thing?
Yeah, you know what, man? That's what's funny is a lot of people thought that I did this to have some sort of weight advantage or to be the bigger guy in there. But ultimately, he was bigger than me tonight. He's kind of he's kind of a big flyweight. So, he was strong as hell, but ultimately it was kind of just, the right technique and, doing this for a long time.
I saw you do that to Kenny at 35, although you didn't want to fight. So.
Yeah, that's a decision that didn't go quite my way, even though we felt it did. But, I have all the confidence in the world that I can take anybody down no matter what weight. People in my gym see me do it to 55ers, 75ers. It's just putting your body in the right spot at the right time.
It was a highly competitive first round. You separated yourself after that. What made the difference going into those last two?
I felt him just start to crumble. We knew this elevation was going to get the better of a lot of guys out here. Not a lot of guys were smart to come out early, which, when you're up here at, almost 6,000 feet elevation, you got to take that seriously. So, we knew putting the pressure on him in general would, start to play in our factor, and then even then doing it at elevation. So, that was kind of the thing, is to put the pressure on him, and then, start to break him.
Do you
feel like you know what to do about the weight stuff going forward? Do you feel like you have a clear solution in mind?
I do, you know, and I've spoken before saying that I need to get my outside dieting under control. That's under control. I don't go out to eat all the time. But I think the problem is I came in heavier than the system that I use. The guys at the PI, at the Performance Institute, they're amazing, they're geniuses. But in order for their protocol to work, you have to come in at a certain weight. And I truly felt like I came in a little bit too heavy, because even though I've done it, the weight that I came in at fight week, I've done it from that weight before. But in order for that protocol to work, I needed to come in a little bit lighter. So I think that's the key if I'm allowed to continue fighting at this weight, is just coming in a couple pounds lighter, which isn't something that's impossible at all.